This video is brought to you by Answerly, a question platform that pays you for adding high-quality answers on different questions. The users are rewarded in Answerly tokens, which they can easily convert into dollars or any other cryptocurrency by using one of the exchanges mentioned in the description. Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about the 20 things you shouldn't do in Bali, Indonesia. Bali is known as the land of gods, and the Balinese believe that heaven is Bali and that Bali is heaven. And indeed, in the lush tropical vegetation, they have a distinct point. 90% of Balinese are Hindu and around 5% Muslim, which is quite different to the rest of Indonesia. The Balinese people are some of the nicest, most pleasant and tolerant people in the world. Here are 20 things you shouldn't do in Bali, Indonesia. 1. Do not do drugs. First of all, you shouldn't be doing drugs in any part of the world unless a jail term is your itinerary. Now let's talk about why, among all countries, you wouldn't want to be caught with drugs in Indonesia. As they're facing a growing drug problem, Indonesia follows one of the strictest drug laws in Southeast Asia. 2. Avoid talking about politics. Politics, like everything else, is deeply rooted in the economic status and culture of the native. Be careful about responding to political views that are extremely different from yours. You don't want to offend anyone just because of cultural differences, right? 3. Do not eat only Western food. You're already in Bali, and Indonesian cuisine is within an arm's reach. You have to live the experience. You can say you have immersed with the locals until you've tasted what they eat in their daily lives. There are a plethora of food items that you can eat in Bali. 4. Never leave your drinks unattended. Since 2017, reports of drug spike in Bali and other areas have risen. Anyone can be a victim, but tourists with not much knowledge of the area are vulnerable and easy targets. Some people might take advantage of the situation, knowing tourists bring foreign currency. Before we move on to other things you shouldn't do in Bali, Indonesia, like this video, smash the subscribe button and click on the notification bell right now because there's a lot of things you should know, so do it, or you'll get lost when you visit Bali. 5. Do not point fingers at anyone. Many locals may find it rude if they see you pointing your index finger. Anyone might interpret it as being patronizing, bossy, or insulting. If you need to point to something, you can use your right thumb politely. Folding hands over the chest might also give the wrong impression, so be careful. 6. Avoid walking on ceremonial offerings on the street. These spiritual and traditional tokens are unique to the Balinese. You'll find the kanang in every corner and street. You might even watch the local performing the ritual in traditional clothes. It's a rich cultural experience. As a tourist, you're expected to pay the highest respects for the rituals and the offerings of the land. Never step on the kanang or disrupt the ritual while you're in Bali. 7. Avoid drinking tap water. While traveling in Bali, you need to stick to your tumbler or bottled water. You can't risk drinking dirty water and miss out on your adventure. The issue with tap water in Indonesia is the poor pipe infrastructure, which means that we don't know for certain if pathogens or contaminants have leaked into the water. 8. Do not get angry at locals. Not all locals will be kind and accommodating, and it's always the traveler who needs to adjust to that. After all, we're treading on their land. While most of the Balinese people are welcoming, you might meet the greedy and rude ones if you're unlucky. You'll be an easy target as an unknowing tourist, especially when you're traveling alone. They'll be pushing you to give tips, haggling you to buy their goods, aggressively inviting you to their stores, and quoting prices higher than the retail price. 9. Do not enter a temple if you're menstruating. Yes, many temples in Bali don't allow menstruating women to enter. They believe in the division of the world into two realms. The upper realm is for the gods, while anything related to blood belongs to the lower realm. The tradition may also include anyone with an open, bleeding wound. It may sound offensive, but we shouldn't take it personally. 10. Do not touch the head of a local person. Touching a local's head? That's a no-no. Locals believe that the spirit resides in a person's head. It is therefore considered sacred. Aside from pointing fingers and touching a local's head, there are plenty of other gestures that may be too offensive for a local. 11. Don't go for less than a week. Bali is one of the most sought-after island destinations all over the world. Many people from all corners of the globe come during the summer for some sun, surf, and sand. The island has become commercialized in the recent past and has flourished to be a tourist go-to during the holiday season, with various cuisines besides Balinese food in several parts of Seminyak, Ubud, and Canggu. 12. Don't enter the temples without covering your knees with clothes or sarong. It's a must to cover your knees with a sarong in every temple you enter, as it's part of Hindu culture show adoration and prayer in your humblest attire. So best to avoid exploring temples in short and skimpy outfits. and it's often frowned upon, or alternatively, rent the sarongs that are usually available in the temple entrance or bring your own to avoid extra fees. 13. Never joke about race, religion, and ethnicity. The people of Indonesia come from a diverse range of ethnicities, cultures, and beliefs. A mutual respect inward and outward has been very crucial in keeping the nation at peace and harmony. It's never okay to insult a particular race or religion, especially in a setting so diverse with a history so long and complicated. 14. Never underestimate how spicy a meal can be. Indonesia is blessed with all kinds of spices, and many parts of the nation have lived with savory and spicy recipes for generations. So when a menu says a meal is going to be spicy, mind you, it's going to burn untrained tongues or have you running for the bathroom the next morning. Think twice before you dare yourself to down a spoonful of Indonesian chili paste or spicy recipes. 15. Do not drink alcohol or play card games in public places. There is an exception in tourist places with a lot of international visitors like Bali. Drinking alcohol and playing card games, which is often associated with gambling, are things you should keep to yourself. It's not forbidden or illegal to do both, but be discreet to choose an appropriate time and place. 16. Don't forget to say thank you. Politeness and etiquette are important when interacting with Indonesian people. Don't forget to say the magic words like please and thank you, and a genial smile would never hurt. If you have the time or feel up to it, talk to your local driver or tour guide, even if it's just small talk. They'll appreciate the friendly gesture. 17. Don't disrupt the wildlife. Indonesia is a sprawling archipelago, a mighty home for a wide variety of wildlife from corals to birds. It would be very disgraceful for any tourist to do anything to disrupt the balance in any way. The conditions to respect the wildlife and nature may differ depending on the landscape. 18. Don't underestimate the power of local phrases. Most of the time, you can get by with just English, perhaps with a little bit of hand gestures at time. Learning a few local phrases are not meant to help you communicate, they're mostly to show respect. Your driver, guide, or even local friends will like you more for just saying an awkward terima kasih instead of thank you, and you'll be surprised at how warm and friendly Indonesians can be once they welcome you as one of their own. 19. Not holding firm to the price you agree with a taxi. This is a rare one, but we have experienced taxi drivers settle on a price and then try to get you to pay more once you're in the cab and driving on a highway. This is most likely to happen at the airport when you're exhausted, jet-lagged, and just want to get to your hotel. Stick to the agreed price and hold firm. Most drivers will stop trying to sneakily up the price if you calmly refuse to pay more. 20. Riding a motorbike without a helmet. We see travelers riding around Bali and many parts of Southeast Asia without a helmet, and we can never understand why. Helmets are offered free with any motorbike rental and can be the difference between life and death. Now that you know what not to do in Bali, are you ready to get a plane ticket and fly to the place? Stay safe and don't offend locals. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. To learn more about Answerly and Answerly tokens, check out the links in the description.